Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report from TPC Scottsdale and the WM Phoenix Open. I'm Parris. Some of the greatest stars from around the world of sports and entertainment had their chance to take a swing at the greatest show on grass today, as they were paired with some of the PGA Tour's best players for the 2025 WM Phoenix Open, a Nexus Pro-Am. It was the Arizona Diamondbacks that traded in their bats for clubs, and while their swings may have looked just a little bit different, they still had that good old competitive nature.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is an event I come to every year, and feels a little different this year being part of the D-backs versus another team. But it's always a fun week, so excited here.
I think it's always a lot of fun when you get to the point where you see your guys out here. We got 3 pitchers. We got a lot of good times, a lot of good stories to talk about post outing. We'll compare notes. We'll be a lot of fun.
I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see what he's got. We'll see. I don't know. We're going to have a good time, though. I know that much. We'll have a good time. Yeah.
Now, some football stars joined the Diamondbacks on the course today, including Arizona Cardinals legend Larry Fitzgerald and the New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. The 23-time Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps was in the celebrity field again this year and enjoyed the sunny weather that he faced this year compared to the cold, wet ones that he had last year.
Obviously, when you get to see sun, it's always nice to play. Last year we had hail that got, stopped our tournament 5 holes in, so that kind of stunk. But yeah, this week I think it's mid-70s pretty much the whole week. So good time. Waste week is always fun. The community's awesome, and being able to see these players up close, watch what they do is always a treat.
Now, another familiar Arizona face is getting ready to tee it up in the 2025 WM Phoenix Open, as Arizona State's Josele Ballester is set to make his PGA Tour debut after earning 1 of 5 sponsors exemptions into the tournament. The Sun Devil Senior is coming into the tournament with plenty of success, having captured the 2024 U.S. Amateur Championship at Hazeltine National Golf Club in Chaska, Minnesota, a month before winning collegiately for the first time at the Fighting Illini Invitational at Olympia Fields. The 21-year-old is confident that he'll be able to contend, and of course, he's quite familiar with.
I feel like it kind of gave me the confidence that I needed to maybe feel like I belong in this group, and now I know that I compete among the best players in the world.
The number 2 ranked player in the PGA Tour University ranking will begin play on Thursday at 1:50 p.m. and try to hold his own against a very strong field throughout the weekend. As we move now from the Phoenix Open to the Super Bowl, there's all sorts of athletes getting ready to suit up for the big game, coming in different shapes and sizes. Our Grace Johnson has the story of a 4-legged friend getting ready to compete in this year's Puppy Bowl.
Meet Felicity, a 45-pound Doberman who's still learning her commands.
So much for
the 6-month-old pup from Phoenix doesn't have much time to learn her new tricks, however, as she's making her national TV debut for Team Fluff in the 21st Puppy Bowl.
We heard back that Felicity was one of the finalists. We couldn't have been more ecstatic on a national level to be able to represent what a wonderful breed Dobermans are.
Felicity is one of 4 Dobermans from Arizona headed to the Puppy Bowl. The playful pup has been in foster care with the Desert Harbor Doberman Rescue Foundation. Along with a very rough training schedule, Felicity also has to make sure she looks her best for the big game.
Every good girl needs a good makeup crew, so she got primped a little bit, made sure that her little toenails were ready for the course, and made sure that her coat was shiny, and gave her a bath right before, so she will be not only athletic and beautiful like Dobermans are, but she will represent the happy girl that she is.
Felicity will be looking to take home the Puppy Bowl title and possibly MVP title. The real MVPs are people who at home can adopt cute and adorable puppies like Felicity here after watching the Puppy Bowl.
Felicity, however, had to overcome a lot of adversity before she could learn how to score a touchdown.
The litter really, she's come from what's called a miracle litter, and so they're just little miracles. It was very challenging, but you would never know that they ever encountered any challenge in their first couple of weeks of life, and I think that makes us so proud that, even the most challenging puppies, whatever they're exposed to, with just a lot of love and care, can really overcome anything and thrive as very healthy dogs.
Felicity, along with 142 other rescue puppies, kickoff is set to air on Super Bowl Sunday before the big game, so be sure to look out for Felicity's touchdown celebration.
Touchdown!
In Phoenix, Grace Johnson, Cronkite News.
Now, best of luck to Felicity and the rest of Team Fluff this weekend. I sure hope she takes home that coveted Most Valuable Pup title. As we move now from Super Bowl pets to our Super Bowl bets, the big game is consistently one of the most bet-on games in the U.S. year in and year out. Our sports reporter Brady Poplar has his parlays for the big game.
With the big game coming up on Sunday, I picked out 3 prop bets for a 3-leg parlay with odds of plus 236. If you were to bet $10, you would win 33. Leg number 1, Jalen Hurts, 200-plus passing yards. Hurts has hit this total in 9 of the 17 full games he's played this season. Leg number 2, Devontae Smith, 40-plus receiving yards. Smith has hit this total in 5 of his last 6 games. Now, finally, leg number 3, Xavier Worthy, 50-plus receiving yards. Worthy has hit this total in 5 of his last 9 games. So, if you want a potentially profitable way to watch the big game, keep these plays in mind. With winners, I'm Brady Poplar, Cronkite Sports.
Checking in with Valley Hoops now, it's the Phoenix Mercury that are trying to upgrade their roster after losing their star Brittany Griner in free agency. Our Cronkite Sports reporter Quentin Presley has the latest on their new acquisitions.
General Manager Nick Uren welcomed former Dallas Wing and 2-time All-Star forward Satu Sabali to the franchise. The 2-time All-Star looks to add to the team's new versatile identity. Also in the trade, the Mercury brought over Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun and veteran center Kalani Brown from Dallas Wings.
The word that people probably are tired of hearing me saying is versatile. I think this is a versatile team. We can play up, we can play down, we can play slow, we can play fast. Should be able to defend, we should be able to score points. And so I would come back to the word versatility is something I think we'll be able to embody.
Heading into her 6th season with 3 playoff wins under her belt, the all-around forward is ecstatic to get back to playing meaningful basketball. Even in a new environment, Sabali's priorities are still set on a championship.
With the right pieces around you, anything is possible. And I mean, the goal is to bring a championship. But if it's 1 or 2 or 3, you know, we never know. But I definitely want to give everything I can, and that is the right thing.
The Phoenix Mercury have been gearing up for a new era here at Valley. With Brittany Griner now gone and Diana Taurasi's decision still in the air, with this transaction, the Mercury have set themselves up for a hot start come May 2025. In Phoenix, Quentin Presley, Cronkite News.
The Arizona State men's basketball team suffered another frustrating loss at home last night, this time by a final score of 71-70 at the hands of the Kansas State Wildcats. It was a game that Arizona State had jumped out to an 18-2 lead, but by the time halftime came around, Kansas State had come all the way back and had a lead in the basketball game. ASU had a chance to win it at the end. Jaden Quaintance had 2 free throws, 2 to win the game, 1 to just tie and send it to overtime, but he went 0 for 2 at the line. Arizona State head coach Bobby Hurley is struggling to find answers.
I'm searching. We all are searching. Again, we're right there. You know, we're knocking on the door in all these games, and we just can't figure out a way to get over the top. So it's I'll have to really think hard about that. I've tried to do the best job I can with this team, and I'm not getting through to them enough, and it's.
Arizona State falls to 3-8 in conference play. They'll head on the road to Oklahoma State on Saturday, who has the same record in Stillwater. That'll do it for the Cronkite Sports Report here at TPC Scottsdale. I'm Ben Parris, sending it back to the studio to Jacob and Charlie.
Thanks, Ben. Coming up next, the Super Bowl is the single biggest betting event of the year.
And in Iowa Zoo, their animals have had a surprisingly high accuracy rate of choosing the winning team. This includes last year's game when a 15-pound tiger shovel-nosed catfish correctly predicted the Kansas City Chiefs winning their 4th Super Bowl. This year, a Siberian tiger was put up to the task. Find out who she chose after the break.